All right, yo. You know who it is. It's your boy Big E. Broadcasting live from the shop, which means you're tuned in to Shop Talk Sports. And man, I'm a little off my game right now. Just watched that 49ers Cowboys game. Cowboys got jerked there at the end. So I'm a little off my game. But the one dude that always helps straighten things out. We got the mastermind, Jay Wall the Don, aka Jay Wall the Jerk. What's happening?
Oh man, another beautiful Sunday to talk. Wrap this week up in sports. A lot of beautiful things happening behind the curtain over here at Blurred Minds Media. So, been a not been a bad week for me so far, my friend.
Man, like I told the people, if you clicking in on the link because you saw my Facebook post, this week has been nuts. I mean, we started it out. You know what? We're just gonna roll it from the start of the week. So to start this week off, we had the bowl game. The bowl game. The Alabama Crimson Tide going against the Georgia Bulldogs. And I mean, the game was everything that your boy told it was gonna be. Strong game, start to finish. Great football to watch. Like I said, these cats, these cats that was playing Monday night in college, you'll see half of them in the league. This was probably one of the best football games of the week across the board. Now, don't let that scoreboard fool you. And once again, there was a lot of tie up, a lot of mixed feelings. But as the great one Toby Wan Kenobi said, Georgia wanted to get their lick back. And so Georgia did get their lick back. They won the game that truly mattered, the BCS championship, and knocked off Bama 33-18. Now, like I said, don't let that score fool you. If you did not watch the game, don't think that this was a blowout. If you did not watch this game, you missed some high quality football. And even though at the end it's a 15-point loss for the Tide, as the Tide did not roll, it simply drawed up. Um, this was an 8-point ball game, a one touchdown ball game. Alabama with the ball, damn near in the red zone. And hey, Heisman Trophy or not, their sophomore quarterback failed them, made a mistake under pressure, overthrew a wide open receiver for a pick. And Georgia did what they were supposed to do. That Georgia defense, like we've been talking about, that Georgia defense, top notch, showed up. And they defense did what they were supposed to do. Little homie not only got the pick, went ahead and took it to the house for the 6. Hence why it was a 15-point ball game. But once again, this was a one touchdown ball game. Georgia or Bama with the ball inside the red zone, basically. A minute left. Heisman Trophy winner choke. Don't know what else you could want. But shout out to the Bulldogs. Oof. Shout out to everyone, everyone that put a little change on Georgia. Wasn't confused by the SEC championship game and roll with their gun. So big ups to Georgia, knocking off the Crimson Tide, getting them some hardware. And like I said, great game, phenomenal win, and that kicked off the week. So when you've got something like that kicking off the week, I mean, you already know you in for some things. I was really hoping the big homie Pooh was gonna be on, but I guess he couldn't find any change of clothes.
I don't think we're gonna see that cat till soccer season.
M- Man, that tide rolling way deep. So, Jay, what you guys say about the game, man? I know the SEC is your conference. What'd you think about it?
Honestly, uh, completely ate a word sandwich on this game. I was heavy for Saban. I didn't see the old ball coach getting in there on his game, what I would call the national championship, the biggest game, the biggest stage, and I didn't see him losing it. I honestly didn't. I thought Bama was gonna go on and fucking double up on Georgia there at the end, but that's the beautiful thing about sports and football, man. You can't never count out a team, especially a team like Georgia, who was never a slouch
No,
at
no.
all. They held that number one spot down, and it was a hell of a game, man. I mean, at the
Hell of a
beginning of the
game.
game, it looked like, I mean, like you said, I mean, for a greatest portion of the game, looked like it could have been anybody's ball game.
Yeah,
But
yeah, definitely, definitely. Huge
but
game. I mean, and all right, now your boy is the first to bash on the NCAA. Um, and I will say that they finally did some things going with the championship series. Um, but I mean, I think they should extend it a little bit. I really think that, the top 8 teams should make it. And I know that'll cut into the regular season and yada yada. But your top 8 teams should all have a shot at it because, as we know, any given Sunday, right? Or in this case, any given Saturday or Monday, anybody can, you're talking about some highly talented, highly athletic, top notch talent in those teams. So give them a shot. Let them take and get a chance to play it out. And all right, sorry, our guest is having some issues. We got a guest coming in tonight. It won't let him log in on his phone. You got any details? Oh, he's gonna log in from the laptop. That's perfect. Uh, so we're gonna have our guest here in a minute, man. I'm really excited for this, but we're gonna take and talk about that when he actually makes it in. But like I was saying, any given Sunday, any team can win with this kind of talent. So I really think they do need to extend it. However, even though the hate that I sling at them, even moving to 4 teams is a much better look than the regular season placing these teams in a bowl. Just think about it. We would have had 1 week, 1 game with Alabama against Michigan. That would have been your BCS, your top bowl game. And we all saw what Georgia did to them. And then Georgia winds up coming out with the dub at the end of the season in the BCS. BCS champions who would not have gotten to play in that game with the old system. So shout out once again, steps in the right direction. And as football fans, as athletic fans, as college fans, whatever you call yourself, that is what the people want. And once again, now you see it. Instead of Alabama having a cakewalk game against Michigan to win the ship, they wind up getting into a dogfight, pun intended, and Georgia winds up knocking them off. And I really think, based off the seasons that they had, the best team wound up winning the championship.
I agree holistically. Yeah, and like you said, I mean, Alabama for Michigan in the title game, not a title game even worth watching. We all know what that held. I mean, look what Georgia did to them. Alabama would have done roughly the same.
Yep, just about the same. I mean, just throttled them. They did not deserve to be in that discussion. And once again, so giving props because we ain't no haters over here at Shop Talk Sports. We get props when props are due. BCS Commission, big props. Got it right. Got it right. Georgia, Alabama, everyone wanted it again. They got it again. And the dogs got they lick back. And now they got some hardware for it. So shout out to the Bulldogs.
And it goes to show that no matter what you change in the matrix of college football, the SEC ain't nothing to play with.
He had to throw him a plug in there. He had to throw him a plug. All right, so while we waiting for our guests to finally get everything squared away and join us. Oh yeah. I forgot. My man, he's on Central Time.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, my man, he's out in Nebraska tuning in. He's gonna join us. So yeah, he's still on Central Time. He's like, man, I'm just now realizing when you said at 8, you meant 8 your time. Well, of course, my man. So he's logging in. He's gonna be with us. So while we waiting on my man, there's that boy.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Hey, so everybody, I just want to take a few seconds to introduce my man. Hey, this ain't even my man. This is my family right here, man. Mr. Nate O, aka Mr. Straight Outta Crofton. Now, don't hate. I gave him that. I dubbed him that. That was not Nate. I dubbed him that. Mr. Straight Outta Crofton. Now, you know, us here, we already know we ain't no slouches. I see my man's geared up. I'm going to let him talk about his squad. I see he's got his gear on. But like we talk about, man, we ain't no slouches. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit at you because me and my little homie, when you talk about you wasn't with us shooting in the gym, no. We
backyard the whole
time, shooting in the gym.
Since the rubber floor at Heights, you know what it is.
Since the rubber floor and the green pads, we were shooting in the gym. We was running poles together.
Man, bump them poles, bro.
Right. We was doing it. So, like I said, man, just a few stats on my boy. You are looking at a high school 2-time all district, 2-time all region, 2-time Class A state champion.
For sure.
Sweet 16 Final Four and all tournament team. 2 times all state honorable mention.
Come on.
And that that's that old shit. That's that old shit.
Yeah.
Let's go to college. All region 24.
Sure.
In JUCO. NCC conference champion at the University of Nebraska Omaha. Champ. We talking about rings. We talking about rings. But that's not all we do. My man also got his own album. J-Wall post his old album up there. Man, he got albums. He got the music tip. You see it right there. That Project Mars, Nate O. So he got the music scene bumping. All right. Like I said, this is my fan band. Proud of him.
Man, appreciate you.
Go ahead. Talk to your people. I mean, I gave you a little intro. Let the crowd know who you are, man.
Yeah, man. Like you said, my name is Nate Owen, Crofton, Kentucky. Went to Height UHA with Emmett here, man. And we've been linked ever since then. I think I might have met you. I might have been like 11. You know what I'm saying? 11, 12. So since we've been knee high, been rocking with you. Appreciate you doing your thing, and just want to come on here and show you some love and talk about this sports, man.
Hey, most deaf, man. Most deaf, man. It's nothing but love. And yeah, you talking about a seventh grader. Seventh
Yeah,
grader we first linked up. You talking about a seventh grader, eighth grader, varsity squad player.
yeah,
Recognize the talent. Man.
yeah,
And so, man, we was just about to kick it over to basketball. But before we do that, man, like I once again, if y'all check the post on Facebook, check the links there. If you just know your boy Big E, you know I show mad love for my hometown, mad love for our athletes.
yeah,
Because because I'm telling you, pound for pound,
Pound for pound, talk to him.
pound for pound,
Yeah.
population ratio.
Mm-hmm. Per capita, for sure, bro.
Nobody is
Nah.
doing it.
Per capita, bro. It's no comp.
Doing it like Hoptown.
Nah.
Now I'm gonna run through some names for you.
Yeah.
Because I and we ain't even gonna take it way back because we can do that.
We could.
We're gonna talk about right now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We got Kai Tandy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Key, for sure.
Key, crushing it at heights. That man doing his thing. We're going to rewind it back just a little bit, and we're going to talk about some of the cats that you grew up with, that you play with.
For sure.
Anthony Hickey, Hoptown High.
Yeah.
Went to LSU.
Yeah.
Living big.
Mm-hmm.
My man, Jay Wall, SEC specialist. You know what Hickey did to UK. Every time he played them, it was big numbers. Big time baller. Big time baller. Right?
Why you always gotta rub salt in the wound?
Just a little bit.
We just bragging just a little bit. We got my little cuz, Scotty Hop.
Yeah.
All right.
Scotty still holding it down.
Shouts out to him, holding it down.
For OKC, man. I hope to link with him. I'm going down to Dallas here in March. And hopefully I get down in that area, man. Get to link with him.
Plus another cat from Hoptown that came to the SEC and gave me fits.
Gave fits while he was playing at UT. And I mean, you talk about, once again, you're talking about a cat that's been pro for, I think it's about 11 years, 3 stints in the NBA. He's currently in the NBA playing at OKC. I mean, shit, the overseas numbers is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Kids averaging over 30 points overseas.
Yeah, he was just in Australia year before. He was they played LaMelo a few times, and he was playing with RJ Hampton. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing the thing there, and you can catch those games, man.
Doing big things. We got his partner in crime, Tyshawn Edmondson.
Yes, sir.
Went to St. John's, and then wound up coming back home and playing at Austin Peay. He's trying to get NBA looks. I mean, we've got obviously we talked about Nate's stats. We've got let me just run through this list real quick. Obviously, Josh Mack. Obviously, another Heights cat. Another Heights cat when he played at Coastal Carolina. So we talking about some D1 ballers, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
We're talking about multiple schools, right? And we don't just do it in basketball.
Nope.
We can talk about Curtis Pulley,
football.
Hoptown High on the football tip. We can talk about Chris Thomas, aka Feats, doing big things. My big cuz Emmanuel Jessup, UK.
Yeah.
We can talk about I'm sorry, my fault, E-Man. My fault, baby. Cincinnati, E-Man. Cincinnati, Artus Penner, UK. So big names. And I mean, we didn't even talk about our link, Ravi Moss, UK.
Yeah.
So Justin, you're welcome. You know,
Exactly. Big boys thing.
And I mean, the list goes on. And once again, I'm just giving y'all the tip. KJ Crump doing his thing in 2021. He's gonna go. I mean, we got cats that can go. And once again, no slack to Louisville. No slack to any city worldwide. But you're talking about a town with a population of 30,000. That's it.
Say it. For the numbers, man. Per capita.
30,000. And I just ran you off 10 cats in the last 20 years. D1 players, NBA ballers, overseas stars, problems, walking buckets, walking touchdowns, walking highlight reels.
Yeah.
Now, and I forgot about Little Man.
Something, ain't it?
All right. What about Little Man? That man ain't. If you ain't from where we from, you don't know the type of problems that Little Man is.
Little Man was the truth, man, for real. Since
we didn't talk about Justin knows because we played in leagues up here. Poe.
Man.
Mr. Decoy and Romero. Problem. Came up. That's a little cuz right there. Came up to Louisville, took him under my wings. We hooped all around this city. Man made a name for himself. They started calling him Lil Kobe. But in the city, but back home, we know who Poe is, and we got mad love for him. But he gonna have to wait when you take and pull these ballers out.
Man, everybody
He's calling the next.
Makes us who he is, man. That's what makes us who he is. So much competition, man. All day. And we wait for that third.
And those are just the ones that made it. Shout out to my big homie, Vic Top Flight Mills.
Man,
y'all don't know who he is.
Listen, you catch Vic at the rec center, man. It's a wrap for you.
All right, 10 years ago, absent kids, y'all did not want those problems.
I don't know if anybody really played harder than Vic, man. I give him that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a little bit older than me, so I don't think we got to get on the court together, you know what I'm saying, officially, in high school, but, playing in the rec, at the rec league, not the rec league, but the rec center and stuff like that. Like, man, I don't think anybody went harder than Vic. That's real.
Nobody wanted it. I remember Vic when the Top Flight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got Cap, Keon Grant, rest your soul, bro.
Man, bro, I got some video, man. We played each other at JUCO, man. He played for Lincoln Trail. Man, I got some video of us playing against each other, man. So, that might have been some of the last ball he played, man. I'll be trying to, I'm going to get some copies, you know what I'm saying, to a few people, man.
I took it and ran through the city and played with him in a pickup game, man. Still walking bucket, man. And shout out to my dead homie. And while we're talking about the homies, I'd be remiss if I didn't look out for my peoples. Once again, RIH. Miss you, bro. PD.
Yes.
4-3.
Eric Davey, man.
Eric Petey Davey, walking bucket. Austin P. Came out of Christian County. Once again, if we can get these squads together, we might talk about that. If we can get these squads together, there's gonna be a lot of mad cats.
Yeah.
But shout out to my man, and we miss you, homie. PD 4-3, walking bucket. PD Rob from Austin P. OVC player of multiple years.
Yeah.
Walking bucket. And so I say all of this to say.
Talk to him.
And I want to get your opinion on this because for those that aren't tracking, there's going to be some problems in Kentucky here next year. Hopkinsville has decided to combine Hoptown High in Christian County.
Okay.
And I know that you was on the block with some of these kids, the younger brothers.
Yeah.
Melvin Brown's son's doing big things at Heights.
Yeah.
What kind of problems? What do you see in coming up here in, say, the next 2 to 5 years for Kentucky basketball on the high school scene coming out of university or coming out of Hoptown?
Uptown. Like you mentioned a lot of names, right? The only backlash and anybody that that understands the situation knows this is a risk. You don't want anybody not getting a shot because it's a lot of talent. It's a lot of but with limited space. For these boys, that's the only thing I'm thinking about. But the positives outweighing the negatives by a lot because listen, because it's gonna make UHA stronger too. Like we got 3 schools competing for all the kids. You drop that down to 2, both of those teams go up, man. And after that, I just don't see how they don't rattle off in 10 years at least 3 times. Because when you look at the second region, which includes Hopkinsville, Christian County, Hopkinsville, UHA, I would like to see the numbers on how many second region titles just come out of the 8th district. Correct. Pretty much all of
it. It runs through the 8th district, man. And I mean, and once again, I know I got a lot of Louisville fans, a lot of Louisville heads. My 502 Hoop group is probably chomping at the bit to get in this link. But we got cats that are problems and Ballard. Hey, shout out to Ballard on their win this week. Man, we got kids that are problem. You don't understand, guys. You don't understand. Because you're talking about, once again, a city with 30,000 people.
Exactly.
3 top-notch schools battling for talent across all sports. You got cats that went to Heights and played basketball that could have walked on anywhere and made a baseball team, made a football team, been and put up numbers, put up stats, put up rings, get accolades in that.
That's that thing when you decide to go to UHA, man, you kind of give up your football aspirations.
You give it up.
But don't get it twisted like they couldn't play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There was a lot of people that
don't get it twisted. Our man, Joel Catlett, problem on the football field.
Yeah.
Problem on our football field. Shit. My man, Rico Bland, problem with the Rock. Problem on the football field. But you came to Heights to play basketball, and that's what we did. And so I'm just saying that because as far as Louisville goes, Trinity's not going anywhere. Mail's not going anywhere. St. X ain't going nowhere. Ballard ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going to link up and form the super teams that are about to come out of Hopkinsville in the next 10 years. And like my man said, you heard it here first.
I'd say, too, the same move happened a couple years ago in Lexington. And I'd keep an eye out for that Frederick Douglass team, too, man, because they pulling from Henry Clay and Bryan Station District. So give them time to get their shit set, man. They going to be a problem out here,
was a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Henry Clay's always been a problem in football in Lexington. And then Bryan Station always had one of the coldest fucking baseball and basketball programs going. So once they combine them two, man, once they get the right people in play, man, they're going to be a problem.
Them in Lexington Christian with that motherfucking back tap. Motherfucking, I swear they cheated.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I always got a sour spot for Lexington Christian, man. Our Park and Rec football coach was about to take the job at Lexington Christian, and me and his son was going to come over there and play for him, and it was all going to be love and stuff, you know what I mean? And then he passed away, and that all fell apart, man. So every time I hear it, I think about that possibility, and I'm like, damn, man. I don't even want to hear about Lexington Christian no more.
We know about that work, man. So, yeah, man, hey, shout out. Y'all can't say y'all wasn't warned. big problems, guys. Big problems coming out of
Did they ever
Hoptown.
decide on that name, man? Of the
Man,
school?
hey, whenever you get 5 niggas involved, they can't decide on what they gonna eat, much less a name. But they gonna
Right.
come up with something, man. And hey, another shout out to my man D Low. I really hope whatever program or whatever name comes together, give that man a coaching job. What he's done at Hoptown High. Now, once again, and hey, D-Lo, my bad, Dyke, because we came up on the bricks together, man. And I forgot to even shout you out. Starting 4-year starter at the University of Memphis, shut down corner / safety.
Yeah.
Justin Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez.
Shout out, my brother.
Man, Lopez, when he was out on the basketball court, man, he brought that same type of energy to the team, man. And it's that 03, 04, those two back-to-back Hoptown teams, man. Listen,
Dirty.
bro, that run from like 02 to 06, you know what I'm saying, with the teams that came through that little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm being biased a little bit because that's around the time that I was there, but that little run, man, listen, I promise, I feel like somebody from the 8th district went to the Final Four for like 4 straight years.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah. Hey, and once again, man, because I don't want my family to be mad. Hey, shout out, little bro, Marcel Lesueur.
Yeah.
Hoptown Tigers, U of L, running back for, I want to say 2 years. So big ups. So, all right. One more question for my man. And I want, because once again, like I said, super talented. You were one of, like I said, we were shooting in the gym. We was running the pole together.
Yeah.
Shout out Brian Joyner. But
and listen, get them poles, dog. For real. Especially when it's cold. See, I would skip out on the conditioning, you know what I'm saying, bit out there on the court, but I could imagine y'all running them poles when it was cold, man.
All right, but you know how it was. We was over here running poles conditional, continuously getting our condition together, full blast, pole to pole, no stops, and they over here running half a pole and taking water breaks, man. So they wasn't putting in that work like we was. So shout out, I really appreciate you pushing me, man, in my craft, and hopefully I did the same for you. But once again, you're looking at some multi-sport athletes, man. So with that being said, and the new age kids coming up, what is your take in value versus risk in playing multiple athletics?
I think that's something that needs to be focused on a little bit more, actually. Because especially I got a son, you know what I'm saying, 10, and he really just focuses on basketball, but I can see him missing out on a few things that you could pick up from other sports that'll really translate over. Like when I play baseball, a lot of times I play on the infield, second base, shortstop. That lateral quickness, that translated right over to defense, when it came time to play basketball. So there's some things that those different muscles get activated or whatever you want to say, with other sports that I just feel like, they're missing a little bit when they're focusing a little bit, focusing too early rather, but once you kind of get in a situation where you're forced, it feels, to focus on the sport early because the level of competition seems to just, and the amount of time that you can put into a sport now, the avenues that you have, to get out there and play, AAU, summer ball, so you can stay in your sport and just get encompassed in that. But, you're missing out on a few things that really could help you in other areas that you don't know translate, between sports.
Oh,
so I think,
man.
Yeah,
it's real talk.
Plus, you never know what sport really gonna get you bug. You know what I mean? Like all growing up, I was football. That's all I wanted to hear about. That's all I wanted to play. I played like little league, baseball and stuff, but that was just basically to keep my nose clean during the summertime. You know what I mean? And be on the team. I would never know count at baseball really, but football was my joint. Then I got in a situation in high school where I had to bust a move from one school to another, and the school I went to only had basketball. So I was like, well, man, I got to play something, you know what I mean? So I jump on that basketball team. Man, for all the love I thought I had for football, I realized I didn't have that much love for that sport at all, because when I got bit by that basketball bug, man, it was nothing like it. And the thing was, I went off of raw talent in football. Like, it wasn't nothing for me to get accolades and people talk about it, because I was good at what I did naturally. You know what I mean? I was defensive line, offensive line. You know what I mean? And that was just my joint. I really didn't have to practice at it too much. I was hot garbage at basketball when it first started. You know what I mean? Like, I was no bueno. You know what I mean? But I worked, and that's all I did was play ball, and that was it. And then I started getting better and better, you know what I mean, at it, and way better from where I started to where I finished, man. But I put way more into basketball than I ever did or would have into football, you know what I mean? But really, without that scenario and me switching over, I would have never known, because if I'd have stayed on that team and at that school playing football, I would have never even tried out for that basketball team. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's definitely good to kind of dip your toe a little bit. You know what I mean? You never know. You know what I mean?
You never know, man. Shit, you might get out there and you might be a baseball player. You try football and you wind up throwing 60-yard passes. On the field, man. You never know, man. And so once again, just a word for the people, for the parents that are probably watching. Don't limit your kids. Don't limit them. Let them go.
And I'll tell you what happened to me too, man. Don't let your parents pigeonhole you into a sport because it's a sport they love. Because I'm going to tell you, I pulled some miracles off being a good football player, even more miracles off holding my own on the basketball court. But I was born and raised with one hand, 5 digits. And my dad was a hard-nosed dude. So football, baseball, basketball, But, man, if I just played soccer, bruh, I would have killed him. And I would have had no hindrance at all. I wouldn't have had to defy gravity.
You can't even get a handball.
Playing the game. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have had to do nothing spectacular, really, like I had to do in basketball to hold my own and play. It's all feet, baby. I would have been the
man. You missed your calling, bro.
But my dad's one that went like, soccer, that's for commies. Like, well, that's out. You know what I mean? Like, he's ignorant. You know what I mean? He don't know no better. You know what I mean? He soccer, he don't know nothing about that. That's what foreigners do. That's the way he look at it. You know what I'm saying? But, man, if he wasn't so close-minded as when I was a child, I'd probably still be playing soccer somewhere right now. You know what I mean? It would have been a way bigger chance of that than me going and playing basketball right now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, hey shit, we got fam that made it in the soccer scene, man. So shout out to Troy, man. I'm telling you, man, this blurred mind, media family, and extended family. Whew. Hey, we got some links, man. We got some links. We still working on some things. We're gonna get Dez on the show so he can talk his talk. Coming up,
you got to get Jamie on here, man.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely. We need Jamie on here. We need Scotty on here. We need Chris on here. We need Buck on here. We need Vic on. Hey, Dave, we got to get them all. We got to get them all, man, and we're going to do it, man. This is the first piece. Now, hold up.
Oh, yeah,
because I just saw somebody decided to
got
join
to be the
us.
Pokemon out here of athletes, man. We got to catch them all.
Got to catch them all, Dad. So, hold up. Shout out. We was just talking about Dez. This is the fam right here. Shout out to Tobias, a.k.a. Toby One Kenobi, a.k.a. Mr. Fuck Tom Brady.
Damn. How y'all feel?
How you feeling?
Now, why in the hell would y'all think that's Tobias when it says roll tide in plain motherfucking thing?
Mr. Pooh.
It's the Pooh. I didn't think you was gonna show up. I thought you was still in mourning after your Crimson Tide got dog stomped, and your Heisman Trophy sophomore quarterback did what sophomores do and choked under pressure. You know what? I'm done talking about it. I already talked about it. Pooh, you talk about your weak ass squad.
Hey, he'll be back next season. He's gonna repeat as the Heisman.
Yeah.
No doubt. So don't worry about that. And the thing about we might have lost, but as of the day after the game, we ranked number 1 again. I showed up tonight specifically to tell y'all in person, kiss my ass and roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Oh, so you sure you didn't come to say it's basketball season? Because y'all motherfuckers took an L this week in basketball too.
Okay, let's
Why you gotta bring that up, man?
Hey, football season's over. Y'all already took the L. Y'all went out as a loser for this season, along with the other 136 other teams or whatever the fuck it is. So y'all get to join them on the couch and think about what you did wrong. And so it's basketball season, and I'll be damned if Alabama didn't just come out the very next night and say, "Fuck it, losing's what we do," and took an L there.
It's all good. Y'all gonna take one on February 5th.
Well, shit. I mean, pretty soon, Pooh, you're gonna have to say it's baseball. Is baseball season here too? Alabama strong in baseball. Y'all might have a shot. You might have something to talk about then.
I'm really just an Alabama football fan, but just because
I ain't mad at you.
Just because y'all won't stop talking shit, I'm rooting for the basketball team this year.
All right, don't worry, man. I take my money in checks, prepaid visas, credit cards. I got a Square. You can PayPal me, FedEx the cash.
I'm gonna pay you old paper food stamps.
Man,
and I'm gonna give it to you without the original book, so you can't spend them motherfuckers.
Out the original book.
Hey, I'll even take those motherfucking gold and blue Q stamps that they used to take and hand out, dog. It don't matter. I take all forms of cash payments.
I'm gonna pay you in old Monopoly money that my daughter pissed in and stuck them in a diaper.
Damn.
That was specific as hell.
Hey, well, I'm glad you got a game plan. That just means you know you're gonna take that L because I ain't planning on losing. So I'm gonna have to figure some shit out. I'm gonna have to go find an old crackhead that still got some stamps on her card and just snatch it from her and mail it to you if Alabama so happens to win that basketball game.
It's all right. I'm gonna send her over there for you, and I'm gonna sell her the crack. It's gonna be some fake soap, so when she show up, she'll be pissed off.
She's gonna be mad.
I give it to him though. The confidence switch right from that football game right onto a basketball L. I like it. I'm just he's just gonna ride them L's all the way up until swimming season.
I guess he thought your boy was gonna be slipping, but this is Shop Talk Sports. We got all sports, bro. So you know what? That ain't what I'm mad about, and I'm gonna give you a pass for right now. We're gonna go back to what we was talking about. And so, since this is my man's forte, and for some ass reason, I see him sporting that bum ass Lakers gear.
Bruh, I ain't gonna run from it. Nah.
He ain't gonna run from it. Gonna run from it.
Hold on, man. Ain't one Lakers fan on this motherfucking show enough. I'm just saying. Have we not met our quota?
Oh, you can never have enough, man.
Never have enough, man. So we're gonna switch it on over.
All right.
To the NBA.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go ahead and it'd only be right if we started out with your squad, man. So
disappointment, bro.
I saw that rough ass L. I would say the other night, but it seems like it's every night.
It's every night, man. It's every night right now.
I'm going to go ahead and let you talk about, one, what's wrong with the Lakers? Because I know you're going to keep it real. I know you ain't going to say no dumb shit like LeBron's old.
He is old.
He is old, but he ain't the problem.
Not
So
at all.
we gonna say,
Look,
what's the
though,
problem with the Lakers? Are the Lakers even gonna make the playoffs, or are they gonna have to hope for a mid-season playoff for all the scrub teams that they've been talking
Hey,
about?
I want to say I disagree. I think LeBron is the problem, not his play though, but I do think he's the problem. I'm gonna let your man go and do his thing, but I do think LeBron is the problem.
All right, I'm gonna let you chime in. That's why we're about to talk about it. So we
no,
got
no,
those
no, no.
two.
Tell me why LeBron the problem first. No, I want to hear it.
You want to hear? Hey,
So,
I got to
so
make a drink for
let me
this.
ask you, you're a Lakers fan, right? Do you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that the team they have right now is going to win a championship?
No.
LeBron built that team. He's the problem.
That power is delegated a little bit. You can't just put it all on him
A little
because
bit. A little bit. He came to LA and fired 80% of the roster and got rid of 80% of the roster for Anthony Davis. Then he went out and he pushed for Westbrook, passed on DeRozan, passed on Buddy Hield, all of that for Westbrook. That was LeBron's decision.
that was a potential move, man. I think he was looking at the potential because it's hard. It's still to this day, it's hard for me. I get Russell Westbrook. He doesn't fit. And it just seems like, he just out of control. But I just could not believe that a professional athlete couldn't figure it out. Like that's hard to believe that you done played that much basketball and you just can't figure out what's really the issue. So Russell Westbrook, to me, like I would just think he would become Jason Kidd the way he was on the Mavericks in 2011 at least, and just fall back, let the main people on the team do their thing and just be the leader of the team and hold everybody down and bring the energy, but just can't get it right, man.
So here's my question to you, Nate, dog.
Yeah.
Why would you expect that now? Now let's go back through Westbrook's track record. All right, at the Thunder, you've got the walking glitch in the game in Kevin Durant. You've got a 6'11", 40+ inch vertical walking bucket, mid-range, 3-point game, rack game on your squad. You got the step back king, aka walk specialist, James Harden, as your sixth man.
See,
and,
so with
and the conflict between the three of them is so bad that James Harden just dips, man. I want a starting spot. I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna go do my thing at the Rockets. Cool.
That's not the case, bro.
That's not it. All right.
That's Sam Presti.
But then you've got KD and Westbrook doing their thing. We mowing through the finals. Nice squad. I got my guards going at it. I got my bigs doing, and Serge and Kendrick Perkins doing what they supposed to do. We don't want the ball. We just gonna rebound and block shots. And you decide that KD dropping 35 a game, that ain't good enough. I'm gonna go do my thing and allow the Golden State Warriors to come back from a 3-1 deficit because you ball hogging and trying to get your shine. And for me, if you want to shine, put one of them motherfucking NBA championship rings on your finger, and that motherfucker will bling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let that shine for you. Go win a ball game, especially as the point guard, who is supposed to be an extension of the coach, the walking brains of the team. And you don't see this mismatch? You don't see that you have the glitch in the game and an unstoppable player in KD and feed him? So if those issues were around with the Thunder and you couldn't play with KD, why is it all going to come together now that you've got LeBron, now that you've got Melo, now that you've got AD? I'm going to say he's playing like I expected.
I can give you some reasons. For one,
That's why
the
you're
way
here.
you viewing it is not totally how I view it. Because at the end of the day, the Thunder went to a title in 2012 when they was babies. Why did they go to that title? It's because they still had James Harden really running the point. See, Russ really wasn't the primary ball handler when they went. And see, if you have somebody like James Harden still there, you could keep a Russell Westbrook out of the way. Just like with the Lakers, if Anthony Davis was somebody who could actually handle the rock, they wouldn't even be that worried about Westbrook, because you could kind of ease him out of the picture and just have him do the little knick-knack things to get the job done. But when you have somebody like an Anthony Davis who requires on getting you the ball, that makes it a little bit harder, because then you have to rely on Russell Westbrook. See, Russell Westbrook on your team can really be a positive if you just have him in a certain role. And I thought that they would be able to get him in a role to really be able to utilize what he does, because James Harden didn't leave the Thunder because of Russell Westbrook. He left because Sam Presti didn't want to pay him that $4 million. There was the difference, and it wasn't even $4 million over every year. It was $4 million, like the difference between like a 4-year $86 million and a 4-year $90 million. And he let him go. So that's why James Harden left. Had he not left, I bet you they won a title by, to be honest. And then with the 3-1 thing, I can't put that all on Russell Westbrook. We know it's a team game, man. Like, you don't blow a 3-1 lead as a team if y'all like that. You can put it all on him, but Steph, Clay, and Draymond had something to say about that. So I can't put that all on him. And I just figured they would be able to figure out a role for him. But this is where I do say that a little bit is the team makeup, and it is LeBron, because LeBron isn't willing to play the role needed to play with the Russell Westbrook to be successful. He's not, and he shouldn't necessarily be asked to. But if you want to get the W, I think that you're going to have to not take a backseat, to work out of the post a little bit more, take the ball out of your hands a little bit more, and be someone who gets fed the ball a little bit more. So that way it slows down the offense and it slows Westbrook down, because right now he's just trying to find something to do.
I think they should bring him off the bench. Let him play with the reserves. That way he can completely be Westbrook. I just don't think him and LeBron on the court at the same time is
give him
productive,
that Manu Ginobili role.
Yeah. I mean, I really think that that'd be a nice look. I mean,
hard to do.
It is because it's Russ. Because it's Russ. And let's not get into it. I mean, Russ, as far as point guards go, is virtually unguardable. You don't have another guard in the game right now that's built like him.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's a few.
Moran.
That boy right there, yeah. That boy out of
there. Yeah, no. Ja, but I'm talking about total makeup, right? I mean, Ja's explosive as hell. He's got the nice mid-range game. I think Ja is better than Westbrook, and that's why a couple of weeks ago we had the discussion. If we redraft that class, are we taking Zion or are we taking Ja? Because Ja is doing big things, huge things. But when you take and line those two players up, right? Explosiveness, yes. But Westbrook's got a little strength in his game. He's got a little strength. He reminds me.
I don't think that strength is necessary as much with the way the game is officiated today. So that strength that he has, it's not as necessary to play that position.
I'd go more for on the finishing after contact, right? I think right. But I'm thinking more of like when I think of Westbrook, I think of your bigger guards. I think of Deron Williams when he first came in. I think of old school Mark Jackson. I think of Mike Bibby towards his later year when he started getting on the juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not the elusive. Ja's elusive. Ja's got that first step. Nato, you know about that first step, right? Ja's got that first step and just flat out explosiveness. Russell has that. I'm explosive, but if I get a shoulder by you, it's done for you. You can hand check me, you can hold me, but if I get them shoulders by you, somebody's gonna get dunked on. Somebody is gonna have a problem at the rim.
But Ja can shoot. That's the difference between
And
him and
that's the
Westbrook.
plus. That's the piece that Ja's bringing that Russell doesn't have. I
Runs
mean,
the pick
he'll
and
hit,
roll way better
he'll
than
hit,
Russ, bro.
huh?
He runs that pick and roll way better than Russell Westbrook.
Oh,
He
of
runs that
course.
pick and roll almost Chris Paul level. You know, in a couple years, the way he maneuvers that pick and roll, I don't need those things that Russell Westbrook brings to the table. If I'm just
And I
And something you
completely
can't
agree
really
with that.
measure when you watch the game unless you know it. John Moran is a way better leader than Westbrook, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Way
Yes.
better.
And so that's why. So I'm sure there's someone tuning in with, and that's why we got the expert on here. And they. So if I'm saying something wrong, let your boy know.
yeah.
But the simple heads out there would say, all right, so Russ isn't a great decision maker. We got to get AD the ball.
Okay.
We should probably go out and get us a true point guard. But here's the problem with that. I can't slot Russ to the 2. He don't shoot it well enough. And when you take and really look at the team, your best and most consistent shooter is probably Melo. Well, shit. Melo's in the same getting old category as LeBron, but Melo's getting buckets. He didn't found the youth. And so even going to Pooh's point, all right, let's put Russ in the six-man role.
All right.
Well, right now that's being filled by Melo. So I've got LeBron, I've got AD. Who am I going to start at point guard? Who is going to get in that role? I really think right now, and this touches a little bit on the LeBron getting old. If this was 5 years ago, I say shit. LeBron can play all 5 positions. Push him to point, right? Or let him, let him be the small forward that runs the point.
Yeah.
And we'll roll from there. But I think when you've got cats right now with the speed and the intensity that they're bringing on the defensive end, and I know the NBA doesn't play defense. However, you have a 36-year-old, 6'9", 6'10" cat trying to bring the ball down the court against pressure. Not in the NBA right now. Not with these cats, with what these cats are doing. I think you're going to increase LeBron's turnovers and you're still going to have the same issues. So the question then is, once again, if I cannot turn Westbrook into a pure point guard, which it ain't going to happen, I can't necessarily go and get a point guard and push Russ to the 2.
You could if you had somebody that could shoot at the 3, bro.
At the 3,
if you had
right?
somebody that could shoot at the 3, I could slide Russ to the 2.
I think they had everything they need. They needed. Let me say it there. They had everything they needed. They had Alex Caruso. They had Rondo. They had Dennis Schroeder. Those were 3 capable point guards that shoot it at a decent clip that they could have kept. And I think they just was looking for the wrong piece. So I just don't think it was a point guard that they needed. I think they needed an elite wing. That's why I said when they passed on DeMar DeRozan and Buddy Hield, like that just really was the wrong decision. I think they was going for star power, and that's why I put it on LeBron, because nobody's putting on a Laker uniform as long as LeBron James is wearing one. It's going to be up to him. And I think he was like, I want Westbrook. But he didn't expect Westbrook to be
that bad.
But and once again, we've got the blueprint on how to do it, right? The I'm getting old, so it's probably farther in the past than I think. But the Celtics did it, right? I've got a top-tier shooter in Ray Allen. I've got a problem child in Paul Pierce. I've got a stretch 4/center in Kevin Garnett. And all I have to do is find a way to get him the ball. And what do? They go out, they get Rajon Rondo, bring him in, play him at the point, and say, I don't give a damn how many points you score. You got 2 jobs. 1, do not shoot anything that's outside of 10 feet from the basket because your ass can't throw the ball in the ocean. Right, John? I got much love for you, bro. But we all know the truth. All right. And 2, get one of those 3 the ball. Don't care which one. Get them the ball so they can be in a position to score. And it worked. They won ships.
It's a little bit different now,
with
man.
that
It's
philosophy.
a little bit different now.
So how does that work, right? I've got LeBron, who's a matchup problem. I've got AD, who is a matchup problem. I've got Melo, who is a flat-out scorer. If I'm looking for someone to get them the ball, Westbrook is not who I go and pick up because that's another scorer. I really think they missed the mark with that one because, hey, at the end of the day, as we all know, there's only one ball.
Yeah.
And I think they missed the mark with that one. So now with the pieces that I have, how can I fix it? Because what I really think is if and hold up, I'm gonna throw just a little tidbit out there, and maybe this can be the fix.
Okay.
Get you a defensive superstar, and here's why. Not saying AD doesn't do it because we all know AD does his thing as far as blocking shots. Get you a defensive superstar. Because with all the names that I listed, Westbrook, LeBron, AD, those are fast break specialists and problems. AD is going to outrun virtually any big man that's guarding him. Westbrook, you're not going to stop him getting to the cup. LeBron is a fucking phenom. You're not going to stop him getting to the cup. So how can half-court sets ain't it for them. So how can I get them in a position to do what they do? And, of course, Melo, same issue. I mean, he can get out and run on the fast break and do miraculous things as well. So maybe if I go out and get me a defensive specialist, maybe if I can cause more turnovers and get them out on the floor and let them do what they do, because Nate, everybody loves running in a wide open offense. Everybody loves running 3-on-2, 2-on-1, 4-on-2, fast break. I can shoot it. I can go get me a dunk or a highlight lob. Maybe getting them a defensive specialist to create some turnovers might take and solve that problem.
From what you said, it could be a good look if you could ever work it out, which you probably couldn't, as far as Westbrook coming off the bench for momentum. They need a defensive specialist a la a Bruce Bowen. Hey, we got to fix. They need Popovich. They need Pop.
They looking at it now.
Pop to manage all that talent is what they need.
Exactly. They don't. I agree with that. It's not that they don't have the talent, because you put them on paper. There's not a team in the league, well, maybe 3 or 4 that match up with them on paper.
On paper, it's damn near an Olympic team.
But they got people playing the roles that they want. If I was coaching them, Malik Monk would go to the point. He's aggressive. He can shoot. He's athletic, and he's halfway
down jumper.
That's
a really good look. That's a really good look because, once again, that stretches the floor. And we all know that LeBron is pass first. We all know that Westbrook can beat someone off the dribble. So if we got him on a closeout, that's a nice look. AD is a monster when he's healthy. And I'm not too sure AD is healthy. I'm not too sure on that.
I think it's a couple ways. Man, I think it's a couple ways you could go about it. If you had to kind of keep the core of what you got, and let's say you get rid of Westbrook or whatever the case may be, if you got a 3 and you can slide LeBron back over to the point with the scoring 3 and get Anthony Davis back, or you can put LeBron at the point and go get a big that's good, that allows Anthony Davis to not have to play that 5 like he wants to, but somebody that can be a defensive stopper and score. Then we go play bully ball. we could do that too. It's two ways you can go about it, but I think that either one of them, you're gonna have to give up Westbrook. And I don't know if
they can't trade Westbrook for another guard. They ain't gonna get the guard they want. They got to trade him for what you just said. They got to trade him for whatever best player they can get and go ahead and move on, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. So, and once again, I think the pieces are there. Melo's been put on a little weight. When he first came in, I could see sliding him at a 3. But
Melo should have took his act over with Ja. He would have been straight.
Hey, what if they
Melo
with Dallas right now? If the Lakers had him, Jalen Brunson playing with Dallas.
Yeah.
At the clip, Melo's shooting it at a nice clip, man. His eyesight ain't went down. He's shooting it nice. What happens if you interchange Westbrook and Melo?
You get even worse defensively.
Yeah. Get worse defensively.
Even worse.
Yeah.
He ain't scoring at that clip to make up for that. He ain't scoring at that clip. So you gonna have to go. Is
Westbrook really playing defense?
You ain't got no. You ain't even got a chance with Melo playing defense.
Well, I'm not saying playing Melo. You would have to shift down accordingly, right?
No, I'm saying he can't stop. His legs ain't there like he used to be. Is all I'm saying. Like it's just father time. It would be hard to put him in a start role at this point. It would be tough.
And very true, very true. I like that look. I feel that. And once again, I'm trying to put together my NBA Live 2022. How my starting lineup's gonna look when I get on the sticks. And I'm just trying to throw out
the game. On the game, I'm definitely playing Melo. Right.
Yeah, on the game, I'm definitely playing Melo.
Listen, on the game, Ben Simmons is a problem. You know what I'm saying? If we talk about on the sticks.
I tell you what, man, this Lakers team reminds me of the Lakers team back. Remember when they brought Gary Payton, Karl Malone? They tried to stack the team with all these players that was just wandering absent off of teams.
Yeah,
that's exactly what this motherfucking team reminds me of.
But here's the difference. You had Kobe and you had Shaq. It didn't matter.
That's what I was about to say. They worse. No, we ain't that good.
They had Kobe and they had Shaq.
No, you know what? I'm wrong. You're right. I was thinking Gary Payton, so I put it on the Lakers. Actually, I'm thinking of that Miami Heat team when they put all them motherfuckers together.
And they pulled GP there too.
You had D-Wade, but see, you still have somebody young enough.
You still had Wade, and you still had Shaq, you had Bosh.
That's what I'm saying. I think that they tried to do it with this Lakers team, but unfortunately, some of them who's players is missing a step.
But here's what you missed, right? So the blueprint with the Celtics, with the Lakers, with the Heat is one of your old heads, one of your star players was a knockdown shooter. Knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
And who is your knockdown shooter on the Lakers right now?
Man, Monk could be that if he got.
Malik can be. But I'll throw something out there. If they could even package a deal, and it might not be possible. It's probably not possible. If they could package a deal, maybe Westbrook and another piece, and go out and get Devin Booker.
No. And the Suns would never do that.
Hey, go grab Josh Hero.
They would never.
Who they seriously could go get though? A team that's looking to rebuild is Indiana, and you could go grab. It's about 4 pieces on the Pacers that you can bring over there and really make a difference.
Yes.
If they gonna give you Levert, if they gonna give you Brogdon, you could even take McConnell as a backup. You could take Sabonis. Like if they willing to part Miles Turner, like they got a lot of pieces that they probably gonna be looking to rebuild.
Well, and that's a great point. So that goes back to what we were talking about. So we're looking for a point guard.
Yeah.
And we're looking for a defensive stopper. And if Brogdon is on that list, that fills 2 of those spots, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at his game. Solid point guard, defensive dog. right? You came from Virginia, who, if they scored 40 points in a game, it was a damn miracle. But they was getting they had teams turning the ball over more times than they were scoring points. I mean, so you got a defensive dog, you've got a solid, intelligent player, and you got a true point guard. And if I mean, I think that would be a game-changing trade for not only for the Lakers, but for the Pacers, right?
Yeah.
We ain't talking about nobody's been talking about the Pacers.
They got their Holiday kid over there that's real good too, man.
Yeah. I mean, Holiday's nice. He's real nice. And you put Westbrook, if you package Westbrook in that deal, you put Westbrook in the position that he wants to be. I'm the man. Go be the man. Exactly. Go be the man, because the Pacers need that. So, yes, you can score 30 points a night with the Pacers.
Hey, I don't know if they want him in the same fucking team.
They need some money. That's revenue, especially in what's going on, man. Like, he'll put some people in them seats. Russ, that's one thing Russ can do. Is put some people in them seats.
Right now.
Hey, listen. All right.
I'll tell you, as a Knicks fan, I hope the Lakers don't change a thing.
I'll tell you this too. Here's a nice little piece, and once again, you might not get it unless the team's trying to win now. LaMelo Ball.
You think
because he can shoot it?
They'll never give
and
up.
He's a passer.
I tell you, his daddy would love it.
Yeah,
they
sure
ain't gonna give him up though, man.
No, they wouldn't give you LaMelo for LeBron right now.
Right. I mean, it's up there.
They about to trade LaMelo for a dub if they can't get one. We'll trade LaMelo Ball for 5 dubs.
I mean, they're in the playoffs right now, so it's baby steps. You know what I'm saying? I think they like 7 seed, if I'm not mistaken. So,
they don't expect players to want to come play with him.
But and I mean, right? The first goal is to make it to the playoffs. But with the squad you have right now, even if you make it to the playoffs, are you gonna make that deep run? Right. So we're not handing out participation trophies. So even though you're putting butts in the stands, because LaMelo's exciting, man. I mean, let's not get into it. You're putting butts in the stands.
Participation trophies for some people. For some teams, I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't held to the same standards. You know.
Yeah.
I hand out participation trophies to the Knicks.
we greatly appreciate that.
They gotta get to the playoffs, win them a series, and then go from there. Like, that's part of it. It's part of the journey.
And honestly, the funny thing is, we was talking about, the tweaks to make the Lakers, looking like something. I was looking at the time, I was like, it's going to take a month for us to figure out my Knicks, so I ain't even going to bring it up.
Shit, they better go get Porzingis back and Luka Doncic. Hey, that's a nice piece.
No, who did they get? Who did they get from the Hawks? They got Reddish? Didn't they get Reddish?
Yeah, they got Reddish. They going for Zion. Zion faking that injury, man. He don't want to play for the Pelicans. He told him that Zion, he don't want to play for the Pelicans. He told him in the offseason he don't want to play for him. And
that's why Emmett asked that question earlier, who would you take? I don't know, man. Like, I just think it's a situation if Zion was happy, he putting up Will Chamberlain numbers.
Right.
Like, let's keep the fuck like Ja Cole, but Zion was doing historical stuff. He really was.
Yeah. And I think all them physical questions was just people being too overly concerned, man. He just barked. People always try to figure out who to compare him to. I said it was Barkley. No, Barkley was that big. He wasn't as big as Zion, but that's how Zion plays. And I think he's gonna be fine, man. But he's getting out of New Orleans faster than Anthony Davis did.
I hope he comes on over and puts on that blue and orange.
Hey,
I'd love to give him a run.
There's a chance.
That's where he needed to go, man. For real. New York. If he'd went to New York, he'd be trying to get out there. He'd take it more serious, everything.
And he could take less money because of what he's gonna make off the court in a city like that.
That's why he's sitting out now.
Right.
It's because he ain't worried about them NBA checks. That's why he's sitting out now.
Oh man. Well, so now that we've solved the NBA problem,
Yeah.
we're about an hour and 15 in. I hope Nate, you can stick around with us for the second half. But we're gonna go ahead and call halftime because your boy needs another drink. And more importantly, it's time to hit him with a Peacock commercial. All right. Yeah. That's them Peacock joints. Definitely need to go out, cop a couple of pairs of those. Perfect for getting out on the courts. When you just came off the courts, you got to put on a fresh pair of sneaks. You might even be able to do a fast break in them. So definitely show my man Adrian Richardson some love. Check out them Peacock joints.
Yeah, man, and he's got a couple of the designs coming out, a couple styles. So once you get those finalized, we'll have them up and running on the next shows in the future. So stay tuned for some new swag.
New swag. We all about the newness. All right, so we talked about the NBA. We're gonna go ahead and scale it back to the real ballers. I'm gonna say this one more time. Pay the college players. Give them they loot. And based off of that, we already talked about Pooh Squad taking their motherfucking ass whooping like they supposed to do. So let's just talk about
we was in the game, damn it.
Y'all was in the game because y'all had to have 5 to start it. Y'all was in it.
You watched us, so good.
Shit, my job is to watch everybody. I got my eyes on everybody, man.
Roll Tide.
So, we're gonna go ahead.
Let's
start it out. Well, and once again,
Roll Tide. I just had to be an Alabama fan for at least 10 seconds.
Hey, well, shit, go ahead and take that L like Alabama fans did. All right. Why that nigga from Georgia looked like he was practicing for later? Like he about to go hit the bong off the damn BCS championship.
Bama would have won, bro, if they wouldn't have got hurt, man. Bama was going to win that game, man.
Thank you.
But they didn't.
Bro. Stop. They was going to win that game.
Hey, they won that game. And Bryson decided his receiver was 7'2" with a 40-inch vertical. He threw that motherfucking 5 feet over his head.
They was getting to him too much. They was getting to him too much, man. He just
when nobody getting open.
Yeah,
he was wide open,
bro. Mistakes happen.
I guess he got.
Year.
I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe nobody was getting open. He was so excited that dude was wide open. He just.
Listen, Bennett made a bad play like late in the game, bro. It's just that he had his starters with him to help pick him up, man.
Hey, well, here's the difference.
He's definitely not a better quarterback.
Hold up. Just a little bit. Bennett was a walk-on.
Okay.
Bryce, you the man.
Okay.
Bennett's he ain't even supposed to be there.
Yes, he is. They put him out there.
He ain't supposed to be there. He's a walk-on. Bryce, they went to your mama's house, sat on her couch, slid you 3 stacks, said we're gonna take care of your baby boy and turn him
Don't try to shame that man because he been cold since he's 12. Don't shame him because he been that deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh no, I'm not shaming. And once again, all right, hey, let's talk about it because I ain't trying to be a hater. Hey, Bryce deserved the Heisman this year.
He gonna get it next year.
He is a very solid quarterback.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
the hype, especially once he won that Heisman, was, hey, he's polished. He's ready.
That coaching matter, don't it? That coaching matter, don't it? Didn't Mac Jones wasn't he at UK?
Very true.
So that coaching matters, man.
He beat him the last time with one of his top receivers, just one. His other top receiver went out in the very beginning of that game.
Well, shit, he should have utilized him while he was in.
Man, it was the first quarter. Should have used him in the locker room then. Hell, it was the first quarter.
Hey, you never know, man. You better use him while you got him, bro.
you don't want him to succeed, man. Come on.
Hey, man.
Dude, nice, man.
And I only said that just because you brought up Bennett, man. So, and it's a feel-good story, dog. It really is. Walked on, top program. I mean, even when you watch it, man, you can see the emotion in him, dog. In the motherfucking, this is a fucking Little Giants. Remember the Titans. Friday Night Lights.
Man, if that was
story
Matthew
for him to
Stafford,
win the championship, dog.
I feel you, but so listen, man. I get it. I get it. The story with Stetson Bennett, but him being a walk-on, like, all that, but like, so was Baker Mayfield. Once you get up to that level and they give you a chance and you get to work, like, you just like anybody else at that point, man. I really think it was just an injury, man. Like, kudos to him.
Put their scholarship money in the defense, man. Their scholarship money's in the defense, not the offense.
Shit.
Yeah.
Bryce ain't making no change. Real talk. Okay, then. Okay, then. All right. And when you're on that stage, you got to go do what you get paid for. And once again, not throwing any shade towards Bryce, man. And let's not. Let me bring it all the way in, right? Alabama is the glitch in the football game. Period. Okay. Bryce, as a sophomore, won the Heisman, got his team to the championship game, had them in a position to send the game into overtime. He did his job. I mean, and once again, at the end of the day, everybody makes mistakes. It just so happened that his mistake was on the biggest stage in the biggest moment and wound up resulting in a pick six and icing the game for the Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, and it's not shade on Bryce. Once again, he will get better, and Alabama will continue to be the glitch in the game while he is there. So I don't want to throw him in the day.
Virginia basketball got beat by a 16 seed, turn around, won it all the next year. Like
exactly.
they kids.
I mean, it happens, right? It happens. Yeah. So, but now we talking NCAA basketball. So, Pooh, since you got so much to say, what you got to say about that L? That
They lost, man. I told you. I really support the football team. But on February 5th, Alabama will upset Kentucky.
Hey, I see you, Cody, man. Big Hops, man. Hey, Hoptown in the house, man. Appreciate the love, man, and you chiming in, man. Go ahead and click that link and say something to the people if you feel that way, see?
Book it. Book it.
Shit,
y'all thought I was an asshole.
If Cody logs in, we're gonna have to start talking soccer. Talk something we know.
Pooh, I hear you. I hear everything you saying. And it sounds like a bunch of bullshit. This what you ought to do. This what you ought to do. Shut your silly ass Alabama jowls. Have you been watching what Kentucky's doing?
Hey,
momentum, baby.
We ain't talking about weak ass Kentucky, but Since
we actually are, because that's the game he was referring to. Because he ain't talking about Alabama Duke. Because that's not scheduled.
Everything has its time, and it's time to leave Alabama alone. I was really hoping the Godfather was going to tune in.
February.
He got some splaining to do. Because UK dog walk, they pulled out the leash, they pulled out the choker collar, they put out the muzzle. I ain't seen, boy. When I watched this game, I had flashbacks to having to go out in the front yard and pick out my own switch. I had to dodge belts. They pulled out
back
the
with the little switch.
There, you had to pick 3, and if they was all small, they got braided together because you're gonna get all this ass whipping. Extension cord, wet bath towel, flip flop, belt, floss water. UK took the University of Tennessee to the fucking woodshed. And the best part of it, and once again, me and the Godfather, we was talking a little bit early. He's out there, chasing that bag like we all are. So he couldn't make it tonight. But me and the Godfather, we was talking about it. And the reason this happened is all because JD has been throwing a lot of shade at the little girl that UK has decided to start as their starting point guard. And because of that, Mr. or Miss, depending on political correctness, Washington came out, dropped a career high 28 points, and led the UK Wildcats to the ass whipping. It's not the mud hole of the week. We're going to get to that. But the ass whipping of the week goes to the UK dog walking Tennessee by 28 points. Waldo, take over.
I couldn't understand where all that confidence came from, Doesn't surprise me. The funny thing is, we dog walked a clean sweep through the state of Tennessee. So, I ain't mad at it. Not at all. Matter of fact, I ain't surprised.
Y'all gonna get y'all ass whooped February.
And the funny thing is, y'all just mad because y'all messed around, looked on the screen, thought you was watching UK women's, talked about how cute the point guard was, realized it was a dude. Now y'all putting smut on my guy's name because y'all got it twisted and realized you might have been shopping in the motherfucking fruit basket. That's y'all's fault. Leave Ty alone, watch him put up numbers. That's what y'all do.
Hey, he definitely put up numbers, man. He definitely put up numbers. They look very good. I will say they were well prepared, and this is probably the best game, start to finish, that UK has played this year.
Oh, we ain't even got to March yet. Calm down. Wait till we play Alabama.
February 5th. February 5th.
Did we get a bet on that game?
Oh, we got it. He got to pay me and you.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to ask.
And I don't want no pissy Monopoly money neither.
Hey, man, I think
February 5th.
Hey, I think my homie got a deal. Hey, Nato, you got any final words for the people? You got to head out.
Hey, man, I had a good time chopping up with y'all fellas, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Look forward to doing this again with you, man. For real.
Hey, most def, man. Most def. You know where to find us. Shop Talk Sports every Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly.
Hey, but yeah, man. Hey, really appreciate you chiming in. breaking down the basketball knowledge, taking the trip down memory lane, and one of the best to ever do it. Don't let it fool you, man. Hey, the man was a problem with the rock. He probably still is. He a little younger than me.
How about that, bro? Listen,
He was a problem with that rock, man. Hey, one of the best, man, and I really appreciate you coming through, showing some love, and voicing your opinion. And once again, man, hit me up. Feel free to stop by the shop at any time. We gonna link up. Big ups. Shout out Crofton. Shout out Hoptown. And man, hey, keep doing big things, bro.
Nah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having me on. And again, I'll definitely be doing this with you again, man. It was fun.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Hey, peace out, bro.
All right, y'all be easy.
Yeah, later, man.
Roll Tide, man. Tell somebody I said it.
Hey, one more thing. Hey,
Yeah.
hey. So in case the people want to know, man, hey, I'm really expecting you to show up in June. Show us some love at the festival,
Listen, man. We're working on it.
Hey, I want you. Hey, put some projects together, man, and bring those tunes out. Once again, I know it's a little old, but if you still got that link, man, throw that link out here in the comments section when you got a chance for that Project Marge joint. Hey, I bumped that shit for about 2.5 years. Everybody in Louisville is, where did you get that shit? My homie. All right. So definitely, man, throw those links out there, man. Prop yourself up. And hey, I know I expect to see you here in Louisville in June. And hopefully you got something new for us. Because even though you said you was working on it, I already put you on the list, man. You're part of the artist team, man. So hey, good stuff, man. Appreciate you. Big up Crofton.
You, man.
Straight out of Crofton. Nate in the house.
All right, peace, man.
Peace.
Yep.
All right, man. But so as we were saying, UT got dog walk. JD said took the walk of shame. He bowed out tonight. And we ain't even gonna blast him, man. We ain't even gonna do him like that. We'll see what the second matchup holds. But hopefully it's better than this first one, because that was rough, dog. It looked like they was playing the damn team from the YMCA the way they ripped off on them, man. That was ugly. That was real ugly. I'm just going through my notes real quick. Got to make sure we stay on task. So we talked about Bama losing. We talked about UT losing. UK got them a dub. U of L took a loss. Go fucking figure. Chris ain't on, so we can't bash them for doing what Louisville
Double
does.
loss last week.
Double loss. They took two up because one ain't
L's.
enough. One ain't enough. NC State took and ripped off in them. And man, hey, these damn birds is just playing dead, cuz. And but on and Pitt. Fucking Pitt. Pitt ain't won a game in 16 years, I didn't think. But they took and mashed them too. Got them by 12. So yeah, we ain't even gonna talk. They don't even get minutes on the show. That was your 30 seconds. But man, I don't want to talk about that. We did what we supposed to do. I'm still mad about the Miami loss. You know, two got them a dub. They still coming for that number one spot in the ACC, and they'll get there, man. It'll happen. I ain't even sweating it. But what I do want to talk about is good news for all of our programs. Baylor taking that motherfucking L this week. Baylor was the number one team in the NCAA. They got swashbuckled and lost. So they'll be dropping down. And
they took 2 L's this week.
They folded up. And we talked about this last week, right? There's a different type of pressure. Damn, cuz you got to work on your spelling.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
there's a different type of pressure being in that number one spot. A lot of teams can't handle it. And Baylor, once again, proved they could not handle it. Back to back, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, both serving off in them. They'll be lucky if they're in the top 15 next week. And I mean, I'm not talking about close games. I mean, these games were not in question. Not in question. So not a good look. And it's actually beautiful for anyone that knows anything about basketball, which means Gonzaga, which is currently number 2, playing in a weak ass conference, will be moving to number 1.
Yeah,
They're
but
not
dude, nice though, man. Holmgren.
Holmgren's nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
And once again, he's a walking bucket. He's a bucket. He's gonna score against some teams. But Gonzaga squad, it's a typical Gonzaga squad. I'm not expecting much out of them when they play some competition. But we'll see what happens. But Gonzaga will slide up to the number 1. They'll run through raw dog and rough shot through their conference and probably hold that spot. And then they'll take and get a 1 seed in the big tourney. They'll make it to the Sweet 16 and they'll get exposed by a true team. You heard it here first. That's what's going to happen. So Baylor, get the fuck out of here. Gonzaga will be moving to the number 1 spot. I really don't know, man. This year, like usually you'll have 2 or 3 teams that just stand out. And then everyone else is kind of like, they all right, they could cause some problems. But this year, I'm really not seeing a team that's just a lock. And correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you've got Auburn playing some good ball right now. UK's playing some good ball. Duke's playing nice, solid ball. Michigan State, as long as you got Izzo, they're always a win away. Kansas is strong. I really don't know who's going to pull it down this season. Does anyone have any perspective that I don't have? What are y'all seeing?
No, I mean it kind of seems like the usual bunch, honestly. Outside of UNC having a obviously down season.
Who?
I think UNC.
Who?
Exactly. Exactly. But I mean, like you said, Michigan State, Kansas, Kentucky, Duke, Auburn. I mean,
Auburn's playing strong.
Auburn's
playing real strong. Pearl's got them going, dog.
And unfortunately, that just another feather in my cap. When we were talking about SEC play, who should Kentucky worry about? I told you our biggest threat was Auburn. What is this? 3-4 weeks after I made that statement, look where they're at. Yeah. Thank you, me, for knowing.
They definitely doing big things, man.
Bruce Pearl is always going to be a problem once he gets his recruit set. That just is what it is.
I mean, he's a walking problem. I mean, UCLA is a shock. They've been working on their program for about 4 or 5 years. It's a shock to see them up at 3. I don't think it'll hold. I think they're a little overrated. USC, I'm not sold on them. Arizona's always a problem. Purdue cracking the top 10. But I mean, they're just a bad shooting night. Let's be real. Purdue does what Purdue does. They've got no athleticism. They go out there and hoop, and they shoot the J word. So I can see them falling off. Duke, Kansas at the 8 and 9, Michigan State at the 10. So once again, I mean, like you said, it's kind of business as usual. And looking at the top 10, I mean, even if you want to extend it to the top 15, I really don't see anyone that's a problem. I see a lot of good basketball. The tournament is going to be a fucking toss-up. I don't know who the hell to take.
And I'm not going to say they're a strong problem going through, but somebody who once in the tournament could bump a team and surprise some folks. I would still keep an eye on LSU. Yes, they just got slapped by Arkansas, but within the past 2 weeks, they've beat a Kentucky, they beat a Tennessee, they beat a Florida. Like I said, once in the tourney, I could see them maybe surprising the team. So I would keep an eye on them moving forward. I'd watch them in the SEC tournament. That should tell you about what you're going to see in the national championship.
Most definitely. Hey, I'm telling you, just so no one gets upset. This will be a bracket busting tournament.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
If you don't fill out about 20 brackets with 20 different winners, you are going to be sadly disappointed this year.
And honestly, they've had high and low notes so far already this season, but a shot of momentum, you never know what Notre Dame will pull out either.
Hey, you never know with that bleeding the clock offense. I mean, it makes you anxious and it makes you make mistakes. So, I mean, once again, it's a toss-up, man.
I know one thing for sure. I don't think we have to worry about Alabama.
You got to worry about them on February 5th.
I need UK to win that game. I got them winning that conference, man. Let's not do anything out of character.
Y'all gonna put money on that game too, huh?
Oh, I already put money on the game.
Honestly,
we put money on that game. I got money in the sports books on that game, and I got UK winning the SEC. So I got a lot of change.
I'm gonna love the show after that week.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, Pooh, the more they disrespect Ty Washington, the worse it's gonna be for you, bro.
Hey, I'm going ahead and telling you, even if I've got to take him and put out some fake news shit, there will be bulletin board material talking about Alabama called Kai a girl. Sent him through a DNA analysis test, made him piss in a cup, probably even gave him a pregnancy test. I ain't no shame in my game. I want him good and pissed for that game because I need him to take that dub. All right, man. So we done danced around it, man. Let's go ahead and talk about football. NFL kicking off the playoffs this week. And we're going to go ahead and start with, I was hoping Apocalypse joined because I was going to show him some love. Got to start with who kicked it off, the Buffalo Bills against the New England Patriots. Now, this was really unfair, Dave. I don't know what Buffalo did. I don't know who they paid. I don't know how many shots of COVID they took and slipped to the Patriots. I don't know if they sent Belichick the wrong game footage. I don't know if they overinflated the ball so Belichick's tricks wouldn't work. And when he deflated it, it became a normal size. But the Buffalo Bills took and they bought a Rough Riders condom. They put it on, got 30 seconds in and said, fuck it, and just flung it off and went raw dog in the Patriots' ass. They whipped off in that ass. I didn't think the Buffalo Bills had it in them. 47-17. And I'm pretty sure at least 7 of those points were damn, dog, I didn't even mean to do you like that. Have some points. Charity cases. This game was ugly from the jump.
It was ugly, but it turned out like it was supposed to, man. The Patriots ain't been that team all season. They just looked like that team under Bill Belichick in the regular season. There wasn't no way Mac Jones is going to lead that team to the Super Bowl.
Well, you know what they looked like? They looked like a cum bucket because everybody was taking a turn. That's what they looked like.
Okay. On that note, Let me turn the volume down since my daughter just walked in the room.
The following program is rated TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Timing. Perfect timing.
And honestly, with that analogy, the fact that they thought you was a girl tie, I'd be scared of these cats. You do not want them to find you in a dark alley, sir. They got some wild shit on their brains.
Boy, wild thoughts, bro. Hey, but you know what? It's only right that we show them real live game footage because this is your mud hole of the week. Just like that. Full hip thrust. All right. So let's go ahead and get on. We didn't give them enough time for tonight. Let's get on to the other games. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take my lumps. Go ahead and take my lumps. The Cowboys and the 49ers. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and hey, Pooh, the reason I was giving Bryce so much shit is because that's exactly what Dak looked like all fucking game. Overthrowing receivers, terrible quarterback play. However, the Cowboys found some way to scratch back in the game. And they've got Jude. Hold up. They got Jude. Not
They would have
one.
wanted the one for that illegal use of hands call. Like that was the worst time.
That was the worst time for that. I mean, the defense was terrible. 13, 14 penalties. I mean, garbage. But came up, played, closed it down, 6-point ball game. Dallas with the ball. But the same fucking official, and once again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to say that's why they lost. But you guys, if you didn't watch the game, review it. But the same little official, I ain't even gonna take it racial. The same little official that cost them in the first half from being able to run a play and made them take a delay of game because his ass was in the way. So
he did.
He
was in the way. He was definitely in the way.
And that was in the first half. And I'll be damned on the last play of the game if this little motherfucker didn't take and run back up there and take 5 seconds in spotting the ball. Now, I understand the rules. I understand that the official has to touch the ball before you can take and hike it. But this motherfucker took and ran a straight beeline into the offensive lineman, bounced off of him, asked what his name was, slapped him on the ass, touched the ball, then moved it back about 2 yards, which prevented the Cowboys from spiking the ball and having one last shot from, reasonable distance, 30 to 35 yards. At a touchdown, the 6 points would have tied the game. The extra point would have won the game. And the game ends with the clock running out because this same motherfucker takes and burns about 3 seconds. Am I wrong? Am I salty for no reason? That's what I'm mad about.
I give y'all Cowboys fans that tonight y'all had a legitimate reason to be mad. But that illegal hand to the face, that's the one that lost the game.
Definitely lost the game.
That's what lost the game. Because I was surprised they still had a shot at that point.
And a hell of an effort. I mean, we saw a hook and ladder. We saw outs. Now, hindsight's 2020. Dak on the sneak on the last play that was officially ran probably went a little too deep. right? He took about 15, 16 yards. Probably should have chopped it off at about 10, 11 to give him additional time. But who knew this motherfucker was going to take 15 seconds to run his ass down the field and spot the ball? I mean, hold up. I gotta take a quick break on that.
Seems like a hell of a time to throw a commercial out.
I done moved into the kitchen, start cooking on y'all, man.
Oh, man, when we first started this thing up, man, I had to put it on mute. I was out there, had meat on the grill. I was grilling while going live. And then my dedication to the show is the whole family sitting there eating what I cook, and I got to wait on leftovers. Things you got to do, my friend.
I need Pittsburgh to pull this game out. Y'all talking about football right now.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a hike to climb on halftime, don't they?
Yeah, they ain't finna pull it off. They ain't got enough for Kansas City. Ben Roethlisberger admitted the shit last week when they asked him about it.
Yeah, I think his this end of his road season right here is about to be over tonight.
Yeah, this is last game.
All right,
But I
sorry
respect
about that.
his career though. Big Ben had a good career.
All right,
Oh,
so,
hell yeah, he had a good career. You know, I mean, and shit. I mean, for his last career, it's better than see him going out getting like badly injured or some bullshit.
right? Yeah, KC brought out the KY. They giving it to the Steelers right now. Think it might be over for Big Ben, aka the rapist. But man, at least would like to see him put on a good show, man. Don't want to see him get blown out. Would at least like to see a nice game. But KC is a machine right now, 21-7 in that game. So let's go ahead and switch it over. I was very happy that the Eagles at least scored a couple, because at the beginning of the game, I really thought I was going to have to switch my mud hole of the week because the Buccaneers were just breaking off in the Eagles. Hey, this is a bad year to be a bird. The Buccaneers was busting off in the Eagles and decided to give them a couple of Little Giants touchdowns to make it semi-respectable as the Buccaneers won 31-15 in their playoff game today. I got a little change on Brady, but it's still fuck Tom Brady. But he got the W.
Shit, speaking of that, Tobias just jumped in.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, a.k.a. Mr. Fuck Tom Brady. Obi-Wan, talk to the people. You got to come off mute to talk to the people.
Mike, check 1, 2. Who is this?
What's up with y'all?
Man, hey, shit, we was just talking about your best friend, Mr. Tom Brady, getting the dub over the Eagles.
Man, it's still fuck Brady. Fuck Tampa Bay. I'm like Antonio Brown. I quit any day on them.
True talk.
But now I sat here watching these Steelers probably ready to give it away.
Man, we was just talking about Big Ben taking his swan song. I want him to at least, don't lose by more than 10, man. At least have a good showing. Go out
Man,
with some dignity, some respect. Um, but we'll see how that pans out. But I know how it's not panning out. Steelers getting a dub because KC is rolling right now, which is scary. Hold up now, it's real scary. And if nothing else, the Steelers, I'm gonna plead with them. Show Jay Wall and his squad some mercy, and don't let this become a blowout. Because if Mahomes and that offense get it working, for real, they're looking real nice right now. If they get it working and work out all the kinks during this game, that Kansas City Chiefs Tennessee Titans matchup is going to be
Tighten up.
rough. That's gonna be real rough.
yeah, it's gonna be a
And
rough one.
so I'll put a little change on the Titans, man. I'd like to see them make it all the way to the Super Bowl. Get them a ship, maybe. Well, shit, fuck it. Go ahead and get your ship. My Cowboys fucking shit the bed today. Go ahead and get your ship. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and get you that dub and make me some more things.
But check that.
I don't know, Derek. Hey, but I can't respond. But I see Chris talking a little bit of shit. He said Pooh didn't show up, but he's here. He's here. Pooh here representing both of his L's, boldly, proudly. But yeah, man. So we'll see how that game shakes out. It looks like the Chiefs are gonna walk away with this one at halftime, 21-7.
While we talking about L's, tell him he can come on here and talk about the Lakers.
Or the Cardinals. He should have came in and got his props while the Bills took and throttled somebody, because I don't think they got it for next week. I think the Bills are gonna be one and done.
You think the Bengals gonna handle them?
Who'd you say?
You think the Bengals gonna handle them?
The Cincinnati Bengals. So that's the piece we're missing. After a 31-year drought, the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, once again, we've been talking about participation trophies. The Bengals have been the queens, that's right, the queens of participation trophies for the past 31 years. 31 years since they won a playoff game. So what do? They said, take that. How you like us now? Coming out with the dub against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey, you know what? And despite that controversial call, they're a dangerous team, man.
I mean,
Very dangerous.
Burrows is playing outside of his mind. And once again, maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm not showing the new age quarterbacks enough love. Bills quarterback did their thing. Burrows did his thing. They came out with the dub. I mean, that's that. I mean, they did what they've been waiting 31 years. The motherfuckers haven't won a game since all of us was probably wearing diapers and sucking on our mama's titty. But yet they did it this week. Got the dub, advancing in the playoffs. So shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals. But I don't plan on them winning next.
I like the Bengals, man. Burrow's nice. Jamar Chase is the problem, though.
All right, Chase is a problem. There's that boy, my broadcasting brethren, Chris, a.k.a. Apocalypse.
What's
Talk
good?
to the people.
What's good, huh?
Just got off work. Just checking out the score real quick. Pittsburgh down 21-7. like I said, I just clocked out. Waiting for one of the servers is gonna give me a ride back to the spot. So I am off the clock. Just wanted to chime in for a minute, see how everybody's doing. I heard
Hey.
Pooh talking his shit.
Hey, he riding with his squad, man. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at him.
I damn sure ain't got no problem riding with mines win or lose. So you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I was hoping you came on, man, so you could talk your shit. The Bills just I really did. I thought you was gonna be in a drunken coma.
I had to work, bro.
I thought you was gonna be in a stupor after the ass whipping that the Buffalo Bills put on the New England Patriots last night.
Don't get me wrong. I was good at lit. I still had to work last night. By the time I got out, the game was pretty much over with.
The game was over after the first play.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What was dope though, I actually caught the game on the replay. So I went ahead and said I watched the whole game, and yeah, I'm impressed, but I'm a little worried. Buffalo don't use all their offense up. Okay, and you talk about going up against the Bengals, man. I'm not gonna front. I think Cincinnati's defense is a little underrated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping the Bills can keep that ground game going. I mean, Josh Allen stunned it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm hoping they can keep more a little balanced still with that ground game. Keep Burrow and Chase off the field. They are the next great quarterback receiver tandem. I have no doubt about it.
They might just be.
Burrow big. I mean, I'm saying I'm going to respect my opponent still. It's Bills Mafia. They can be at home, so hoping they keep it down, man, and get one more title game at least, man, for real.
All right, now I've said it once again. I was just talking about it. Maybe I'm not showing the new age quarterbacks enough love, and maybe I'm misinformed. But Josh Allen, you know what? I came to the conclusion yesterday. He's not the speedster. You don't necessarily game plan against him like a Lamar or a Watson or any of those. But that motherfucker is elusive.
Yeah, he's not necessarily fast. He's shifty. You know what I'm saying?
He's elusive. And I say that because I saw at least 3 cats in the secondary for the Patriots yesterday catch that dead leg and then do the stanky leg and found themselves scrubbing the ground with a damn face because he juked the shit out of them.
Bills have got to get that pass rush, try to at least get a little pressure to Burrow, and that secondary's got to be on point. Hey, not just Moran Chase, man. He got a running buddy. Don't y'all forget about T. Higgins.
Higgins is all right. I'll tell you what. And I haven't seen a team that's done it. And once again, Chase has not gotten the pub he deserves. He is a problem.
Bro, he's rookie of the year, bro. If he don't win offensive rookie of the year, something wrong.
Easy.
Big problem.
He might try to give it to Najee Harris. I mean, what, 1,200 and some change on the ground, fourth in the league total in rushing. But Jamar Chase, man, I'm telling you, him and Burrow are the next great QB receiver. Can't this league gonna have a problem with for at least next 5-6 years.
Yeah, I mean they're a problem. Deep routes. Saw some back shoulder fades because you can't stop it. Big, tall receiver, athletic. He is a monster. He is a real problem. And Joe Burrows is doing a really nice job of getting him the pill. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be an interesting game, man. So
there's not a route Chase can't run, and there's not a throw Burrow can't make. So that's what I'm saying. Bills got to get that pass rush, and that got to be on point. Get him. I really do. I think we can get him for real.
I'll tell you right now. I mean, you heard it here. If you hold Chase to under 70 yards, the Bills will win that game. 70 yards. 70 yards. If Chase gets over 70, it's going to be a wrap.
Higgins no slouch receiver too. Like that passing game, and the Bengals didn't run the ball much. Bengals didn't run the ball much yesterday. So look for Joe Higgins to try to, you know what I'm saying, a big day smashing smashing the line, man. I'm telling you, Bills defense overall have got to step up. They got to step up, man. But I think
but let's not forget the
Mhm.
past 2 years it's just been can Allen manage the game and
It's
let
all
the defense go. So I mean the defense is not a slouch on the Bills side. They've got
right.
some solid pieces. They got a lot of no names with a lot of chips on their shoulders. So
Hey,
it's going to be a good watch.
that kid Hyde in the secondary, man. He's a beast backer. And Josh Allen can't turn the ball over and just make good decisions, man. If ain't nothing there, keep it or throw the check down. You know what I'm saying? Move the sticks.
Well, here's my thing. If from what I saw, the way Josh Allen played, if you can play that way, I mean, he played a damn near perfect game. If you
Yeah.
can play that way in 7-degree weather, the motherfucker was running around and getting out of the pocket looking like Cheech and Chong, Thomas the damn train engine. You could see his motherfucking smoke coming out like he had his damn breathalyzer or what's that motherfucker? The little asthma machine on backwards, like he was spraying that shit out like Primatine Mist to give him some go-go juice. Motherfucker, I thought it was Sonic the Hedgehog out there when he was sitting there spinning because all you saw was smoke. If you can play that good of a game in those conditions,
Yeah.
I mean, big props, big wins, and a big run-up in that game. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting.
I gotta hop off, fellas. My ride. One of the services giving me a ride back. They finishing up, so I should be out in a minute. Everybody be good. Have a good week. Monday Night Mayhem. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Okay. We are back in the building. Y'all know that year is 22, and y'all know how blurred media, new fact. Y'all know how we do. Support all of our programs and platforms. Shout out to the whole Shop Talk crew. Everybody be good, be safe, have a good week. Get back at me, everybody. All
Big
right,
dog salute. Everybody heard it here. Apocalypse is about to get service, so he's got to hop off. All right, man. So, with that being said, we pretty much covered all the gamuts right now. And we're pretty much in the overtime. So, this last, I don't know, man, 5-10 minutes. Let's just tell everybody what you mad about. We'll start with Pooh. What you mad about, bro? What do you want to talk about?
Y'all motherfuckers know I'm mad Alabama lost. Shit. Ain't that I find it kind of odd that I'm the only one on here saying this shit this week too. Fuck y'all in road time.
Hey, I'm mad that Kansas City just let this fat fucker score a touchdown, man. It's over for my boy.
It's over for Pittsburgh, man.
They through.
Fellas, I'm finna eat. I've been cooking for the last 30 minutes. I'm hungry. I didn't want to come on here a week later and then y'all be like, "Who been ducking us because the Alabama lost?" I had to make sure I showed my face. I take my ass whooping.
Hey, that's right. We all grown men around here. We ain't running from shit. Ain't scared of nothing but God Himself. So,
remember, you said
hey,
that shit on February 6th.
All right.
Y'all be good, man.
All right, I got them. All right, put some in this change jar right here. That's all it's gonna be. Just a little lunch money. Just a little lunch money. But yeah, man. Hey, big up, man. Appreciate you sliding through, chopping it up with your boys in the shop, man. Hopefully you can make it next week, and hopefully Alabama has a better week. So you have.
Well, we'll still be ranked number 1 going into next season next week. Roll time.
All right, and you'll still be rolling into next season off an L.
Y'all be easy, man.
Winning streak at that big ass goose egg.
Yeah. Later, Pooh.
All right.
Tighten up.
We out. Hey, all right. Toby Wan Kenobi, a.k.a. Mr. Tom Brady. What are you mad about? What do you want to talk about this week?
Man, my boys is ready to go on home. They done.
They done.
Yeah, they
Come
done.
on, man. Hey, it's only 2 touchdowns.
They just let a lineman score. Might as well hang it up
Hey,
now.
I can't even remember. I can't even remember what movie it was. I want to say it was Booty Call. It's only pussy. What they scared of? I see a lot of punts. That's what I see.
Man,
28-7. Woo.
Big Ben can't capitalize to save his life. Shit, save his career.
28-7. Man, he's just thinking about that ice back in the bath and them ice bags on his knee, man. He ready to collect his hover round, his Medicare plan. He about to start doing commercials for Medicaid C, and and he gonna go ahead and call it a wraps, man. Oh damn.
Najee Harris just had his first fumble of the year right there.
And who came up with it? KC.
That's his first fumble of his whole career. Come on.
Got him with the second one. Yeah, man, yeah. That's a rough fumble to take. I mean, he was trying to make some shit shake, and you might as well take that score down because it's about to be 34. I would say probably within the next 3 plays.
Yeah.
But man, Kansas City's looking really good right now. It looks really good for my bank account, and I ain't even mad at it. And yeah, man. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough, man. That's rough. I'd be mad at that too, man. But shout out again, man. Appreciate you coming on, showing the fam bam some love, representing Blurred Minds Media, aka Mr. Fuck Tom Brady, Toby Wan Kenobi. One love, my man. One love.
I'll holler at y'all.
You know it, cuz.
Later, man.
Later on.
So that only leaves 2. The 2 realest niggas y'all know, that we know. Jay Wall, the Don. What you mad at this week, man? What you want to talk about?
I ain't really mad at nothing yet.
There it is. I told you. Next play, touchdown. They just scored a touchdown.
Oh, I mean,
Mahomes to Tyreek Hill.
I know the Steelers are mad, but shit, I ain't mad at nothing, man. We already got 1 dub on Tennessee. We back on track. My Titans, obviously we gonna have a game with Kansas City, but hey, we in there. We primed, we ready. We gonna see what we got. We gonna see if we can get Kansas City to tighten up. Outside of that, man, everything's beautiful over here on Blurred Minds. Everybody check out on YouTube, Eels World Podcast on YouTube. My guys back in the saddle. Had a hell of an interview last night with some artists from Chicago and a radio personality from Chicago last night. Check out Somebody Gotta Say This Shit on YouTube. My man Irk the Nerves back behind the wheel. He went live a couple hours before we did this show right here. The Blurred Minds train is loaded. All parties involved are moving in one area, one speed, and one lane, and we ain't slowing down or stopping for now. Nobody.
It's a freight train, bro. Much love. Yeah, shout out. Definitely check out my man shit. Man, we got big things going on, man. This ain't just shop talk, man. We doing it all. But definitely, man, we gonna keep that train rolling. Sports is life. Ball is love. Man, I tell you what, cuz, hey, this shit Ball's the only chick that ain't never left me, man. Been since day one. But much love to the whole crew. Blurred Minds Media. All right. You want to know what I'm mad about? Not shit. Man, life's gravy, man. My picks is still looking strong for the Super Bowl. Your boy going to be coming off some change, it looks like. And You know what it is, man. Blue Devils all day. Cowboys didn't get the job done, but I had a contingency plan for that. Uh, my conference biz is looking good. Baseball season is about to be around the corner. And man, life's great. Shout out again to my man, Nate O, aka Nate Owen. Don't put an S on it. Nate Owen. Running straight out of Hoptown. Project March track going. Got the basketball scene on lock. Shout out to all my homies from Hoptown tuning in. Big problems coming on that scene. And it don't stop, man. And so I only get shit. Hold up. I'd be remiss if y'all didn't catch it last week. Make sure y'all go ahead and circle that date. Coming in June. Big event. Blurred Minds Media. Bring you Festival in June 2022. Big things happening. Huge event. We'll get you more details. But right now, all you need to know is that's where you need to go. That's right. Big things popping at Blurred Minds Media. And for that, I'm going to let it marinate in your skull. But the shop is closed. We out of here.
We out.
Oh,